This is my audience. All around the world today, more than 3 billion people, which is nearly half of the world's population, live on less than $2.50 a day. And each day, 22,000 children die due to poverty-related issues, according to UNICEF. Today, I will be informing you about the topic of poverty around the world. After spending some of this past summer in Africa and witnessing poverty firsthand, this topic has developed to be a huge part of my life. From witnessing poverty firsthand and from building relationships with people who deal with poverty-related issues every day, I have learned a lot about this topic and want to inform our class about this major issue. To help you understand the issue of poverty better, we will cover a few topics. These topics include the main causes and highest areas of poverty, what poverty leads to, and sustainable development and aid that many people and organizations do to take action to help these poverty-related issues. To understand why the poverty number is so high, we must know what causes the people to live in these conditions. First, I would like to define what poverty is. Poverty is defined as a state or condition of having little or no money, goods, and support. This is a major issue in the world today, and there are many causes to why people live this way. The first main cause of poverty is structural development. And studies have shown that cutbacks in health, education, and other social services have resulted from this. Also, food and agricultural issues, lack of education with particular areas of the world, diseases that people come up with, and disasters that may have ruined a particular community or are now, and also overpopulation within particular areas. The top 5 places where poverty is highest is the Democratic Republic of Congo, Niger, Burundi, Mozambique, and Chad. And the continent where the most poverty occurs is in Africa. And as you can tell, most of these top areas are in that continent. All these different areas of poverty in developing communities lead on to many issues that can possibly result in death. Some of these issues include hunger, which is one of the leading causes of death in the world today. The World Food Program says the poor are hungry and their hunger traps them in poverty. Hunger is the #1 cause of death in the world, killing more than HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis combined. Another issue is thirst, which many people in the world are dying from not having enough access to clean drinking water. Health issues such as certain diseases and chronic illnesses such as chronic malnutrition, which is a major issue going on in the lives of many children that live in poverty today. Another issue is depression, which many people living in poverty face and can lead to suicide from being so upset about life. Another question is who becomes affected? Other than individuals becoming affected physically and emotionally, also the family members and friends of those people are affected too, and also society as a whole becomes affected. From conducting some research, I have found some stats that deal with poverty around the world. More than 3 billion people, which is half of the world's population, live on less than $2.50 a day. According to UNICEF, 22,000 children die due to poverty-related issues in the world today. 870 million people in the world do not have enough food to eat, and over 1 billion people lack access to clean drinking water. Without access to food and water, many issues can occur that can lead to death. Also, 80% of the world population lives on less than $10 a day, and approximately 1.6 billion people live without electricity. Since poverty is such a huge ordeal in the world today, much action is taking place to help these issues. Many organizations and people in the world today have developed sustainable projects as well as offering to help many poverty-related issues that are going on. Organizations such as Growth International Volunteer Excursions, which I went to Africa with, UNICEF, the Hunger Project, Cross Cultural Solutions, and Reach Out are volunteer abroad organizations that help out remote areas that are in need. These organizations perform sustainability projects such as projects using recyclable items, building schools, implementing freshwater systems, and educational projects that help these people living in poverty to learn English. And the English projects are very important because to succeed on in school, certain countries require a very high English speaking score to go on to college. Also, after these projects are over with, these organizations continue funding for completed projects. Here is a picture of a freshwater system that GIVE has created for a community on Zanzibar Island called Cairo. And this is made out of recyclable bottles, and the whole community uses it for water. Along with its freshwater system, GIVE has also built a school out of 15,000 recyclable plastic bottles. And GIVE, as well as these other organizations, perform projects that will highly benefit these communities for long periods of time. In conclusion, there are many projects implemented in the world today to help developing communities with poverty-related issues. I hope that after hearing me talk, you have a better understanding of poverty-related issues that are happening around the world today. A recap of what you just learned today are the main causes and highest areas of poverty in the world, issues that poverty leads to, and sustainable development and aid. Please use this information to understand what major issues are occurring in the world today, and if you ever decide to volunteer abroad, you may now have a better understanding of what and who actually needs help out there all over the world. Thanks for your time.